Alright, that should be a little better for you. It's a late stream today. I hope everyone is having a great day. When's the last time I streamed? Yesterday, I think. Yeah, I was working on my YouTube channels, like doing some stuff over there. So we are late to stream today, so it may end up being a little shorter than usual, but we will get by. I can't remember where I was at. I've been playing a hunter off stream because I don't like playing my priest when I'm not streaming it, just because it's like, if something happens, you know what I mean? Like if it's some like cool moment or something, I'd rather have it on record. I would rather let everyone know like what's happening. So it just made the most sense to like level a different character off stream. Oh, we were in Northwind. That's what's going on. I've got to sell this crap. Still using my Naga. I'm like forcing myself to use the Naga. What's going on, bro? Good to see you again, mate. But yeah, I'm forcing myself to try and get used to it because I just think overall it's going to improve my ability to play the game. Like even if it's, I don't know, it's the width of the mouse that I think is the problem. Okay, we've got, just gonna list some stuff up on the auction house. I don't think that's gonna sell. 3 stun, 2 intellect, 10, 15 for that. Also have to clean up my bank as well at some point. I probably won't do that on stream though. Like it's one thing to list up in the auction house because there's some element of gameplay to the auction house, like seeing what you sell. But doing like bank management, like not ideal. I'm going to send that to my hunter, actually. I'll send that to my hunter. So where's my hunter? Scroll of agility. Cook them with gas. Put my favorite head item in the game, favorite like headpiece. Gonna put it in the bank. I'd almost like get donation points just to get like the transmog for my headpiece, just because I like the pirate hat so much. Okay, what do we have here? One major oil. Put that away. Spider silk. Gotta keep that for my tailoring. Small spider leg. Sell that. Tiger's eye. I'm gonna sell totem of infliction. I love how many buffs priests get. And it sucks too, because I really like the Totem of Infliction. Wait, is it Infliction? Yeah. I like the look of it visually. It's just like, when would you ever find occasion to use it? 1% chance of inflicting 75 to 125 shadow damage to the attacker. It's like, in what occasion, like, is that going to be useful? Like, if you've got nothing else, and you've got like a good dagger or something, like maybe, like, in that case, it's probably useful. Zebek, what's going on, mate? How's Season of Discovery going?
What can I do for you?
How's that going? Do you have much more work left to do on it? Or is it pretty easy to like set up? Beautiful Soul by Jesse McCartney is playing right now on this playlist, and it made me think of Sean. You said that was one of his faves. I don't want another pretty face. I don't want just anyone to hold. I don't want your love to go to waste. Just want you and you're beautiful. I mean, it is a banger. Gotta make an alchemist stone, then I'm good to go. Have you settled on like what class you're playing yet, or no? COA. Because I remember you were struggling with like what class you wanted to play. Yeah, Witch Hunter does look awesome. If I was gonna play, I was either gonna go Necro or Witch Hunter just for the hell of it. Thank you for your buff, friend. Okay, where are we going from here? I wonder what the player count is right now. I'm usually off the game by this point. 120 players online. She is quiet. It has fancy DK style Siphon Tank, Fury Warrior, Hunter, and Kite God spec. Is that Witch Hunter or Necro? I'm gonna go see if the Thresher is up. I don't know if we're gonna be able to kill it though. I think it's 34, yeah. Ah, okay, Witch Hunter. Yeah, I only watched the short on it. I didn't watch the actual, like, the full video, even though it's only like a couple minutes longer. Juggernaut versus Hulkbuster. Well, Juggernaut is unstoppable. So I would probably go Juggernaut. 125, what a joke. Here's the full video. Look at the Inquisitor dual wield spec. It's about stance, dancing, not stop. Read the purity, wickedness abilities. Cheers for the link. Yeah, I'm gonna go like Juggernaut versus like Juggernaut is like so much more powerful than the Hulkbuster armor. Can you get off me, please? Can this game run on older PC? Absolutely. I was able to get this game running on the integrated graphics on an i3-6100. Yeah, so Juggernaut is powered by Sidorak. Also, congratulations on the streak, Zebak. Fusion, what's going on, mate? But yeah, Juggernaut's powered by Sidorak, and Sidorak is incredibly powerful, whereas Hulkbuster is just a suit of armor. I remember the storyline where Colossus got the power of Sidorak, and he was like so much more powerful because Juggernaut was just a bloke, like a big bloke. I'm pretty sure also in the comics, Juggernaut was Charles Xavier's brother. Am I tripping, or is that was that a thing? I'm having trouble with the install. What's wrong with it? Come on. Really hope the rare spawns up. I would love it to be up. No. That's a bummer. Okay, what can we get rid of here? I think I'm gonna get rid of that, so I can always pick it up again. And I will get rid of some of these dead mines. Yeah, I'll get rid of that as well. I mean, at this point, there's no point.
See you later. Can I help you? See you
Brew,
around.
the Hulkbuster can stand against the power of the Hulk, which you all read know that the Hulk is the strongest hero. But on the other hand, the Juggernaut is a tank, but does not have the anger as the Hulk, which the Hulkbuster can withstand. Well, isn't the Juggernaut's whole thing is that he's unstoppable? Like, when he gets moving, he can literally not be stopped. Not even the Hulk can stop the Juggernaut when he's moving. Isn't that the whole thing? Like, obviously, if it comes to, like, fisticuffs, blow to blow, I believe the Hulk is stronger than Juggernaut is. But this is just Hulkbuster armor. It's just regular armor. Like, I don't think... Like, the Hulkbuster armor, like, depending on whether or not Iron Man's in it or not, he can... Like, it doesn't have the anger, like, the limitless anger. He got destroyed by Colossus. It just says, point not found. try uninstalling it entirely and then creating a folder in your documents instead of putting it in your C drive, because I've seen some people have trouble with that. So just create a like an OctoWoW folder in your documents, for example. Like completely uninstall it, go back to the OctoWoW website, re-download the client because you can't use the old TurtleWoW client. Oh, well, you can, but it will throw up issues sometimes. But yeah, just try creating the install folder in your documents instead. A lot of people have been having better luck with that. It's a private server, so expect some jank, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, going back to fucking Juggernaut versus the Hogbuster armor, I'm still gonna go with the Juggernaut. That's just my pick though. Zebek, I was talking with my guild today. Yeah, what's up? So that was pretty good, Goatcraft. Oh, we just listened to that. Big three of anime. Naruto, One Piece, Bleach. I would put Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z ahead of, well, instead of One Piece or Bleach. I think Dragon Ball has had more significant cultural impact than Bleach has, honestly. Like, Bleach was big, don't get me wrong. Like, it'd be in the top 10, but I would put Dragon Ball... Actually, I'd put Pokemon at number 1. Dragon Ball is the grandfather of anime. It's in its own tier. Yeah, fair enough. I think it stands head and shoulders above everything else as well. Not to sound like a moron, but how do you do that? Okay, go into your My Documents, just right click, go create a new folder and just name it OctoWoW or something like that. Just name it anything, it doesn't really matter. But for sake of simplicity, I would probably say name it OctoWoW. And then go to the OctoWoW website, re-download the client, install it into the folder that you put in My Documents, and that should solve your problems. Just like D&D is the grandfather of Western nerd culture. Yeah, Gary Gygax and all of them, absolute legends. I mean, if I were to play D&D, I would play AD&D. I've got my 3rd edition set up there still. Oh, and then I didn't see this one. Big 3 of Western culture: Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Future, modern, past. Your computer thinks it's a virus, that's the problem. You can add an exception to it. Oh, quench my thirst. Thank you, brew. I don't know what antivirus you're using, but just add it as an exception. It's safe though. I wouldn't unless you downloaded it from somewhere that isn't the official website, in which case I would be hesitant to open that. But if you've downloaded it from the official website, you'll be okay. Cheers for the redeem, brew. Appreciate it. Early 2000s, late 2020s, nerd culture has Star Wars, 40k, Harry Potter, Marvel, Fantasy, Lord of the Rings, Warcraft. Huh, interesting. Some interesting picks there. says for me that Microsoft does not trust it. I can assure you guys that it's okay. But if you guys aren't comfortable installing it, like, please do not. Like, if you guys don't trust it, then I wouldn't. Think about it, they have mediums across TV, movies, books, anime, games, tabletop, and more. I mean, it's a fair point. You don't think, like, Hunger Games is bigger than, like, Warcraft, though? Like, Hunger Games was massive. And I think more people know about fucking Hunger Games than Warcraft, to be fair. Or Fortnite? Like, Fortnite was fucking massive, bro. Like, I'm not saying I prefer them, but, like, in terms of, like, cultural impact and, like, significance. Sean, what's going on? Yeah, I can't name a Hunger Games game. Mortal Kombat copied the poster for Warcraft. Oh, with the guy's face on it? How are you, big brother? I'm doing well. How are you? Is everything alright? Fortnite is just a lobby game, they ain't making books. No, oh, I have seen Fortnite books, like kid books though. Oh fuck, Minecraft. What about Minecraft, bro? Minecraft is fucking massive. How's the computer going? I knew I should have bought some drink to get my mana back. Good, seems to have got over it. Shit. Is that after you updated the drivers and whatnot? Seahawks, you're not the only one that's run into issues. Like, it's a private server. It is going to throw up issues by nature, you know what I'm saying? Can you play this game? It's free. It's called Marvel Competition of Champions. I've never heard of it. You don't know what fixed it. Oh, that's always good. That's promising. Building, painting, wargaming. Do you think Warhammer, do you reckon more people know Warhammer than Minecraft, for, like, just as an example? Because nobody under 30 really knows what what Warhammer is. No worries, Seahawk. Good luck. Let us know if you need. Is there any like tutorials you can watch on YouTube or anything like that? You can also go into your antivirus and then like create an exception for it, like by clicking. It'll like when it pops up with its notification, it'll allow you to like let it through anyway. That's an option as well. Anyways, good luck, mate, and thanks for stopping by. So if you guys want to know something cool, that chest respawns and you can get the key from the Blackrock Invaders again, and you can just keep farming the chest. Then there's the 800 books, the 100 animations, the established universe, 70 video games, TV series come in a D&D aspect of it. Look, I'm not saying Warhammer isn't massive. It's obviously huge, but like Minecraft. And like Minecraft is getting bigger because of the movie and stuff like that. Anyways, it's just food for thought. Like, I like your lists. The lists are great. Like, and I prefer everything you've listed over Minecraft and Fortnite and stuff as well. It's just, we are of a completely different generation, and what we like isn't necessarily what, like, another generation likes, you know? Like, the younger generations. Minecraft has the movie and sitting down at your computer and playing it. Plus all the console releases. Minecraft Dungeons. All the Minecraft books. There's so many Minecraft Steve books. And then there's like that Minecraft zombie book series as well. I remember because I got a couple of them for my nephew for Christmas. And the person that came up was telling me like they'd sold so many of them over like that holiday period, which I thought was wild, considering I didn't know they existed. Tina Orr, get rid of that. Nightcrawlers, get rid of that. I knew I should have stayed in Stormwind. Warhammer 40k holds a much closer and more direct cultural impact, while Minecraft has a larger overall consumer reach. Warhammer 40k shares the same media DNA as Star Wars as an expansive multi-generational space opera franchise. Certainly has more of an impact for me. Like, I'd certainly prefer 40k to fucking Minecraft. But yeah, Harry Potter, like, just because I don't necessarily like... What about Pokemon? Pokemon has had a massive cultural impact that's not just in the world of anime either, you know what I mean? Like, in terms of in every metric, Pokemon is successful. Like, it's the premier trading card game, even over Magic the Gathering, I think. Yeah, it wasn't created in the West. I don't want, like... Look, I wouldn't say Conan, you know, Robert E. Howard's Conan the Barbarian probably hasn't had the cultural impact that Lord of the Rings has, but Lord of the Rings wouldn't exist without Conan. Harry Potter British, Star Wars America, Lord of the Rings British. Yeah, Lord of the Rings are British. Star Wars would be considered American. Yeah, Lord of the Rings is British. Tolkien was British. What about Game of Thrones? But then, like, Game of Thrones wouldn't exist without Lord of the Rings. Song of Ice and Fire. That would be American. That's American. Dude, what are you doing? He's traveled all that way to kill the rabbit and then try and put the fuck on me. League of Legends wouldn't exist without Warcraft. True, because of Dota. DC wouldn't exist without Marvel. Didn't DC exist before Marvel? Yeah, DC came before Marvel. So after we go Searing Light, yeah, I'm gonna have to respec. My discipline tree is messy as shit. I mean, Batman is the man. Although I'm pretty sure Superman came before, like it was Action Comics, wasn't it? So like Superman came before Batman, I believe. Like I prefer Batman over Superman, but like comics wouldn't. I guess you couldn't take fucking Batman or Superman out of the pantheon of comics and then have it be the same. Like they both have had an indescribable fucking impact on the comics industry. Okay, my problem is I've got Blessed Concentration. I could go... Mental Agility, 1 spec. So that's 5, 2, and then that gives us 3 points. So we go Improved Power Word, Shield, and then maybe... I'd have to like go through the talent trees. Bro, get the hell away from me. What's going on, Malf? Welcome back. Fucking with this this music immediately. Thank you, it's Goatcraft. They're a, I think they would consider themselves bestial black metal. They're not war metal. Like you can tell the difference between war metal and bestial black metal because of the aesthetics. War metal always goes with like a more militant and military inspired aesthetic, whereas bestial black metal just goes absolutely ham on the anti-Abrahamic faiths aspect. But I'm glad you like it, man. Which Ray movie? They did a Ray solo movie? I thought that didn't come out yet. Or do you just mean like the Ray trilogy? Yeah, them making her Sheev's granddaughter was fucking ridiculous. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, this is Complot. I think they're Quebecois as well. So they're your people, brother. Zebek. Maybe if you like pay attention to the lyrics, you can like understand them. Maybe not though. Skillet. I remember Skillet. I thought you were fucking Quebecois. Quebec? I don't know what they call themselves. Oh, what the fuck? This entire time. You are Canadian though, yeah? Yeah. I know who you're talking about, bro. Just. Melv, hey, Skillet is a Christian band. I need to state my disapproval because I'm told that makes me cooler. I always tell people, listen to what makes you feel good, man. Christian or not. There's a lot of great Christian music out there. Think of all the country music that's fucking absolute country bangers. Pride Country Gold that are super Christian. Like, I love Johnny Cash. His best album is like one of his hymns albums. Like one of his gospel albums. I do not have the mana to support killing stuff in this area. Zebek, when his story was revealed, he ran them on the literal Satan, like literally Satan, dude, squared up against the devil. Now, if you want to do some Giga Chad mental gymnastics, you could argue that Christian music that doesn't give a fuck is the most black metal thing you can do. It might be the drinks, I don't know. Look, there is some logic to that. Well, but the whole thing about black metal is about anti-conformity. And, like, if you really think about it, like, Christians are pretty well persecuted in today's day and age, so... Like, you could like make some like pretty heinous fucking tasty ass black metal that's like Christian in nature. I wouldn't dismiss it just because it's Christian. Oh shit. Oh my god. Chat, we are cooked. We are cooked. Okay, we're getting out of here. Korn have been making Christian music for a while, to be fair. Yeah, there's no way we live this. We're toast. Yeah. I didn't think we'd live that. Although, to be fair, I think a lot of the original mentality of black metal came in like the beginning of the second wave when Varg and all of that resented Christianity for what they did to the old pagan and heathen worships, like sites of worship. So like a couple of generations ago, my family built a church in Norway, in Sofron, Norway, and they had to build it on top of an old heathen worshipping site, and 100+ years ago, they would only let you build churches, but they made sure that they covered up all of the old heathen worshipping sites with the churches. So a lot of that resentment comes from forcing people out of their original pagan faiths and forcing them to adopt Christianity. And some of that resentment still exists. I mean, look at all the Scandinavian flags. They've all got the Christian cross in them. There's a new core, like metalcore, but its own genre called Kingdom Core. What the hell is that? I've never heard of that. Is that like fucking power metal? That sounds like power metal. Is a ministry offering encouragement to the Christian metal scene. Huh. I didn't know about that. Cheers for the follow, mate. Appreciate it. I found out there were giants' bones found on all continents in the world aside from Antarctica. I can't find anything. Well, I thought all the giants lived in Antarctica because of Agartha. Not today, buddy. Dude, imagine if you got another crit then and absolutely cooked me. Yeah, I'm gonna swim over here. Zebek, the most significant giant bone finding I saw was a Viking burial ground in Canada East Coast, and they dug it up and found Viking bones, giant bones, and a giant stone tablet. Ah, old Vinland. That was what it was called, Vinland. I have a Vinland flag around here somewhere. Look, I think science's biggest mistake, well, people's biggest mistake regarding science is they believe that science justifies that simply because you cannot observe something that it mustn't exist or it can't be true. No, I never saw Vinland Saga. I went through many years of not watching anime, but I know there's a lot of really good anime I've got to catch up on. Melf, we need Graham Hugecock to enter the chat. He could already be here, brother. Yeah, I hear it's amazing. I hear the second season's like one of the best seasons of all time. Even though it's like there's barely any fighting in it until towards the end. Well, it's like all of that those conspiracy theories about dinosaur bones being planted to distract from the real dragon bones that exist. And then like one of the points of evidence to that was simply that in every culture, before they all cross-pollinated and met one another, they all had an independent mythos regarding dragons. And then something about like the Chinese zodiac having all real animals, and then there's dragons as well. So like, what's up with that? Yeah, I will have to give it a watch. It's on my list of things to do. Do you mind me asking what server you're on as far as PvE or PvP goes? I'm on the PvP server because it's dead. It's 141 people online right now. I don't like overly populated servers, and the PvE server has descended into a shit show. Yeah, that's a filthy fucking riff. There it is. There's the album for you, if you want to check it out. Okay, how many more fucking Murlocs do I need to kill? Oh, God. Okay, I'm gonna go to Ambershire, and I'm gonna go fly to Stormwind and like try and clear up my inventory a little bit, because this is, look at this shit. I was looking at Zebek's stream the other night, and his inventory was like perfectly clean. It was like there was fuck all in it, and I was like, God, I want a fucking clean inventory like that. I'm over here fucking jelly of this clean ass fucking inventory. I'm a man that respects a clean inventory. No, same. When I play with my woman, when she AFKs, I grab her mouse and clean her inventory. Good. That's the way of doing it. My old Phalina tune had half mountain bags only, having major health pots because I was pushing R14. I think there's also something to just having a clean inventory in general. How the fuck are you going through 100 potions a day? 100 plus potions a day. I guess if you're raiding though, like sometimes you see your health go down and you don't trust the healers to top you up in time. Yeah, clearly a potion Chad. Doing 300 AVs a day will do it to you. True. True. I mean, AV is like 16 hours a day for 3 months. I respect the hustle, man. Oh, did you just link a 4v1? What class is that on? I could 2v1 as a warlock. You just juggle with fear. Yeah, warriors are fucking chads. I watched some sick showback duels on his rogue versus warriors. Like, warriors give such a hard time to rogues. Like, I just think it's the sustained damage and whatnot and the persistence of warriors. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, we've got to deliver that, and then I've got to get fresh apples. Hazel kill 2 birds with 1 stone while we're here. Get out of the way, children. Yeah, I remember being privy to some insane warrior-verse, some absolutely insane warrior-verse paladin fights that just became wars of attrition. Do you know how alchemy you use 1 thorium bar plus 1 arcane crystal to make an arcanite bar? Yeah. Season of Discovery added a quest to turn in 3 arcanite bars to get Transmute Master buff. That's cool. When did they add that? Was that in there to begin with? Because I know that fucking Season of Discovery added a they added a buff, not War Chief's Blessing, to fucking the Horde. Can't remember the name. So I'm getting 2 to 6 every 2 days and 2 tunes. Are you gonna sell them, or are you actually using them for your professions? Ooh, actually. You guys are just gonna have to be patient with me. I want to level up my survival a little bit. I haven't had this properly leveled since OctoWoW. $20 gets the legendary they added. Corrupted Ashbringer. On a good week, I'm getting 36 bars. Holy fuck. I love it how you're measuring it in Ashbringers. I'm doing 1.6 Ashbringers a week in fucking Arcanine bars. What a Chad move. Zivek, the fucking absolute Chad. Also, is the music too loud? Can you guys let me know, please? I don't need one. Stand near the fire. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Put my mic gain up. There we go. Is that any better? No worries, mate. It actually looks like a shillelagh. Simple slingshot? Striped melon seeds, bundle of simple sticks. Huh. What's the cooldown on that? That's fucking cool. Where do I get melon seeds from? Harvest fruit. Harvest fruit. Wow. Okay, that's sick. Is there anything else here? Do you have like a well? No. I thought maybe, like, there's a jug there, like maybe you could get like special water or something because you can get the food. Mechanic stool. Huh. Kind of want to wait to see how long that takes to respawn. Fuck it. 27 people in the stream, by the way. Hey, that's sick. Thank you. Hector, what's going on, mate? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. How are you, mate? Where'd Sage go? People love themselves some World of Warcraft private servers. It means a lot to me that people are so open nowadays towards these private servers. Like, you still have your, like, Blizzard whales out there that, you know, Blizzard absolutely rely on these people to, like, get, you know, to put some negative spin out there towards private servers. Like, they'll get them into the comments, they'll get them into the chats. They'll put bots out there, getting them to say they're all filled with viruses and, you know, what have you. But it's good that people are actually trying out private servers for themselves, because previously people didn't consider them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never actually put any effort into seeing what else was out there. No, WoW private servers seem to have definitely become a moral-based movement. No doubt. No doubt. I mean, can you blame people? Like, look at what Blizzard have done.
I can't cast that yet.
Interesting. Be seeing you. Greetings.
The attack. I
Daylight's
hate that
burning.
quest, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, next album. What do we got now? I mean, I took a stand against Blizzard. I was criticizing Blizzard, but I was still paying a sub. I was critical of Blizzard and what they were doing with the private servers, but I was still paying them. So I put my money where my mouth was, and I fucking canceled my sub. Paid for it since 2005, early 2005. Oh wow, that's insane for a priest. Hector, I'm doing good as always. Woke up this morning, ran Shadowfang Keep as a healer, and dinged level 24. Congratulations on level 24, mate. That's sick. I wonder if there's a better quality version of this album. Ah, there is. Excellent. Again, if the music is too loud, please let me know and I will turn it down. But yeah, this whole... I don't like looking at the player versus player, like those that play official servers and those that play private servers. I don't like looking at it in those terms because I think we have more in common and we're more similar than we are dissimilar and lack in commonality. I believe that Blizzard is actively thriving on creating that division between the player base. They want their official players to think that they're doing the right thing and we're filthy private server players. Like, Blizzard actually count on that. Blizzard enable that mindset. And they enable it by taking action against private servers. It's like private server players, they're second-class citizens. They're not paying for the service. They're playing an illegal, counterfeit reproduction of this service. So I never liked that divisive language when it comes to that. I think there are a lot of official WoW players that really dislike Blizzard's mentality towards that, and they recognize the harm when it comes to using that language. What am I doing over here? It's just emblematic of that corporatist mindset, that corporation first mindset, corporation first behavior. Like, Valve aren't perfect and Steam isn't perfect, but they do approach things a little more of a consumer first mindset, at least in comparison to other services. I mean, look at look what Sony did, canceling physical discs. 2028, that's it, done, finito. So see you later, mate. So I don't know, I don't get it. It's fucking problematic as shit. But I'm for the player base uniting. I'm for us coming together, taking a stand against these massive corporations, these trillion-dollar corporations, and Blizzard is a trillion-dollar corporation because they fall under Microsoft's umbrella. Hector, yeah, for real, Blizzard always paints us like we're these rebellious troublemakers who just ignore the right way to play or experience the story they worked so hard to craft. Yeah, and you know, the fact of the matter is, or part of it, is that the Blizzard that created World of Warcraft is not the Blizzard that exists now. Like, the game, like, World of Warcraft, retail, Midnight, it's vastly different to what you see over here on a private server, for example, or on official classic servers. The games are so dissimilar to one another. Completely different game, completely different experience. It just has the same place names and whatnot. It's like a different game with Warcraft window dressing. That's how I always looked at it. And it sucks too, because Blizzard do offer a more polished, less janky experience. And that isn't to say that official servers don't have their jank over on Classic Era, because they absolutely do. I played them since 2019, and before then when they were current. So I completely understand that, like, they're far from perfect, but they do offer a more polished experience than these private servers do. The thing is though, if you encounter a problem in OctoWoW or back in TurtleWoW, for example, and you fucking brought that up with GMs, they would work hand in hand. They would work tooth and nail to fucking correct that mistake, to fix those errors. And when's the last time Blizzard did that? Blizzard will only correct something if it affects their bottom line, or if it has the chance to affect their bottom line. So I just think that we really need to come together. We need to recognize that we're more similar than we are different, and together we can sort of rally against Blizzard and how they handle these things. Because I can conceive of a world in which, like, there is a licensing framework so that these private servers can operate within the realms of legality. But until then though, until Blizzard actually recognize that these things exist, they will continue to exist and they will continue to pop up. And when you lop off one head like the mythical Hydra, 3 more grow back in its place. And until they can reconcile with that, they're going to be at an extreme disadvantage. Because all the court cases and all the litigation in the world will not change public sentiment, and it's only going to get worse, and resentment is only going to build. That's just the way it is. Hmm, 34, and I'm a priest. I don't know if this is a good idea. Let's give it a crack. I think he's gonna smoke me. Never mind. Hector, no way Blizzard's handing out licenses to private servers. They just want our wallet, plain and simple. Not right now, but I mean, if their classic, like if their classic plus is unsuccessful, I could see a world in which, I can honestly see a world in which they do something to try and get public, to get their public approval back to where it was. I don't think they'll ever be able to get to the point they were at, but like they can definitely improve it by, you know, improving how they're behaving. That's just my take though. Okay, we need Sir Amblewood's report. Where are we getting that? Okay. Gotta go to the jousting tournament. And the creative donated books. Do I play any other game except World of Warcraft? Well, I only really stream World of Warcraft, but before I started streaming WoW private servers, I was streaming indie horror games, so I would love to go back and play indie games on stream, like any other World of Warcraft product. I don't pay for subs or anything like that, but I did stream official WoW hardcore for a while. Yeah, I streamed retail for a little bit back in when War Within was like OctoWoW, like private servers. I streamed Turtle WoW. Bruh, free? Fuck off. Alright, we're gonna have to... For completion's sake, I probably will stream a little bit of COA, Conquest of Azeroth, and I probably will stream some official Classic Plus when that releases as well. No, Turtle WoW was closed. Blizzard sent Turtle WoW cease and desist and they had to close. That's what sparked OctoWoW into existence. Oh, bro, what the hell? At this point, I'm pretty much on a 2-day CD daily. I admire your commitment, Zebak. I do admire your commitment. Oop, I meant to use Holy Fire instead. Hector, even with all those subs getting cancelled, Blizzard's still raking in more cash than they know what to do with. So honestly, the only way licensing could ever happen is if their profits take a real hit, like when they're actually forced to consider it. Until then, why would they? They're making bank either way. Okay, regarding where Blizzard is and potentially losing enough in terms of profit that a licensing framework becomes viable, I think... So the reason why they've got such a large subscriber count now is simply because they have so many bot accounts and farming accounts that pay for a sub, so it would make no sense for them to do ban waves outside of that one like meaningless ban wave they did a couple of years ago where they targeted like 50,000 accounts or whatever it was. That was just performative bullshit. The reason why Blizzard no longer do GM support is because the majority of GM tickets were people reporting bots and farming. And if Blizzard took action against every single one of those characters, every single one of those accounts, that would take a serious impact on their bottom line. So it makes sense why they wouldn't do that and why they would end live GM support. So Blizzard have really put themselves in this like really unfortunate position here where people hate them as a company, but because of their addiction and their daily habits around the game, people are continuing to pay the sub. Did I get raided? G'day Z, what's going on? Oh, does Octo have a raid tier above Nax? I don't think so. They don't have Nax yet. They have other raids, but I think Nax has always been the pinnacle. Real question, can you get Marvel Snap or Marvel Competition of Champions? It would be an honor to play with you. I'll look into it, mate. I do appreciate and yeah, I do appreciate the suggestion. I think most private servers always have Nax at the pinnacle, at the top. Because it's the last vanilla WoW. Didn't Turtle WoW have a tier above Nax? I don't know, did it? I don't think it did. I think it had like maybe some tiers below it. I always thought Nax was the pinnacle. And like for lore reasons, that makes sense. You couldn't really, in terms of lore, have a raid that's above Nax. Cheers for the follow, mate. Appreciate it. Just chilling. How is Octo going? Octo's really peaceful. The player count is very low right now. 156. It was at 120 before when I started streaming. Which I really appreciate. If worst comes to worst here, we're just gonna Psychic Scream. I mean, we probably already should have engaged that way anyway. I think we should be okay. Please let me know if the music gets too loud. I'm gonna have to make a protein shake soon. Oh shit. I was targeting the wrong bloke. Oh no. I was like, truly, I was trying to target that, I was trying to target this ally over here. Hand off my whole bub. Hand over the crate with donations from Stormwind. That old box, I don't mind parting with it for a price. Man got to make his pay in one way or another. Let's make a deal. 20 silver for these old tomes and you'll never hear from me again. How does that sound? Take it and get out of Northwind. Pay 20 silver. As if today you'll draw your last breath. Yeah, get fucked, mate. You're fucking toast. Oh shit, he's level 34. Sweet. Fuck yeah. So after Nax, they're going to open up Kara 40 man and Grimbatol 40 man, but I think Nax gear will still be relevant. Yeah, that's what my suspicion was. So Renew is giving me 50. Oh shit. I had the potion. I had the potion. I was about to get... Bro, this is so annoying. Oh, I'm still smoking this guy. Cop that, brother. There we go. But yeah, when you think of classic raids, Nax will always be the pinnacle. I think there's just for lore reasons, like that's the premier classic raid. Like when I think of classic raiding, the pinnacle of that is Nax. And it's such an iconic fucking raid that they brought it back for Wrath of the Lich King. And like, it's such a beloved raid and such a beloved part of the lore that it's one of the few times Blizzard have done something like that and the player base fucking universally loved it. Like, why wouldn't they? Oh, this quest. Ooh. Look at that. 7 spirit, 10 strength. That's really good for a fucking druid. That's exceptional for a druid. Chance on hit inflicts normal damage +1 to an enemy, stunning it for 2 seconds. We did what we set out to do, Sam. You are up for a DMR run. But I appreciate the offer. This thing. Yeah, that one's too hard. Fuck that. We got the ring to Rivendell. We got 2 transmute masters. Now I can milk my guild for so much gold. I love it how we're doing it in terms of that. I'm the altar boy. I believe there's one out here, yeah. Dale, Randolph. Where are you, mate? That's Joshua.
What can I do?
There's General Bright,
Have a good one.
grieving his wife. I saw like 50 plus people buy their 60 plus mount 800 gold today. I cry in pennies. Yeah, these are all like lore names as well. Wilfred Tilly, Tiffany Bergton. Mate, I think you're set for life. Where's Randolph at? There he is.
Greetings. Light bless you.
Look at all the graves. Okay. We have Bartholomew Gallagher, Reinhold Alarian, Wilfred Tilly, Tiffany Berkton, and Lena Bright. My wife Lena has her final resting place here. She was taken from us far too early, and my duties to my lord don't give me enough time to spend with my children Estelle and Joshua. Once these lands have returned to normalcy and peace returns, I will resign my position and fully embrace my role as father. It's the least they deserve. Might be around here somewhere. That's a really good staff, but just not for me. Yeah. I mean, if you were doing like a melee priest build or something, like disciplined melee priest, I don't exactly know how well that would work, and you'd have to like theory craft the shit out of it. But you could totally do it. Yeah, I'm on PvP realm. Hell yeah, brother.
How are you?
Let me know when you get high enough level to do a dungeon. I can run you through a dungeon maybe. I mean, I'm not gonna sell them. I'm not gonna sell them. I'll pop that there. I'll sell that on the auction house.
See you around.
So Amberwood's report. I'm gonna go stand in the inn while I make my protein shake so I can get some rested XP. The warrior. Alright, we can do that. We can do that, man. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna make a protein shake. Right, I'm back. All right. Got some mail here. I have DVD. I'm not going to obviously dox myself and show my address. Dispatch from Western Australia. Thank you. Pick that DVD. What DVD is it? I can't remember ordering a DVD. Oh, fuck yes. Oh, guys. I do remember ordering this. I paid $7 Australian for it. 13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas. $7. Directed by John McTiernan, who did Die Hard, by the way. Antonio Banderas brings huge star power to an immensely thrilling action adventure from the hit-making director of Die Hard and the Thomas Crown Affair. That has Pierce Brosnan in it. Also, fantastic movie. An exiled ambassador far from his homeland, Ahmed, played by Banderas, comes across a fierce band of warriors. Fierce band of warriors who are being attacked by ferocious creatures, legendary for devouring all living things in their path. And when an old fortune teller warns the combatants that they are doomed to failure without a 13th warrior, Ahmed is given no choice but to join their battle and help conquer the mysterious enemy. I saw this in the cinema with my mum and dad when I was a kid. Can't type, just saying hi, cutie. Oh, good, bro. What's wrong with it? And then I think this is a Cradle of Filth shirt I ordered ages ago and it got diverted. Any idea why it's like especially bad? Download the if I were you, I would go into the add-ons, like go into the OctoWoW launcher, click on mods, and then do the DVK enables Vulkan-based rendering for better performance. I hear that's very helpful. Now this is a size large. It might be too small. I hope it isn't. It's a bunch of nuns. What does it say? Possession is 9/10 of the Lord. On the back, decadence is a virtue. Nunya. Yeah, that'll look like it'll fit. Fuck yeah. I fucking love some Cradle of Filth. They were one of my favorite bands when I was in primary school. Someone asked me on Sod once if I knew a tailor. I said nada. You mean Nunya? Oh. I'm with ya. All right, what happened to that album? Arrested should be at 150, 113. Close enough. Amberfin, amber candles. All right, that's in the cave. Who's going to see the Odyssey? I mean, I kind of want to see it just for the significance of it, but I kind of want to not see it because I didn't love the casting. Color, not me. That shit looks like garbage. If only, I think they would have done themselves a great service by having the casting better. Z, I'm gonna head to sleep. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out, Z. Sleep well, mate. Z-Beck, yo, I know I'm annoying with the links, but you'd actually love this video. This guy's the best WoW vid these days. Let me have a squiz. You didn't leave Warcraft. Warcraft left you. We were kids playing a game that felt like it's for adults. Now we're adults playing a game that feels like it's made for kids. Interesting perspective. I'll have to give it a watch, mate. Thank you for sharing as usual. I appreciate it. What time is it for me? 4:16 p.m. I'm probably gonna log at 5 because I've got to go down the street to buy some groceries. I can't sit down and play fucking classic WoW for as long as I'd want to, unfortunately. What time is it everywhere else in the world? By all means, post the quotes. I'd be happy to read them. If it is in fact named after the Dark Age of Camelot and the design principles that go with it, it could mean that for Classic Plus there could possibly be classes or specs that only one faction gets, which also means that there's a whole huge new world of classes to explore. I would love that. I would love a new exclusive class for the Alliance and a new exclusive class for the Horde. On 17 in the morning, 2:17 a.m. here in South Carolina. You know, one of these days I'm gonna travel to the United States with my wife, and I'll get the chance to meet all of you people, because I've got to go scatter my dad's ashes in Florida, because he never got a chance to go fishing in the Florida Keys while he was alive. $9:47 here in West Asia. West Asia, I love the distinction. I leave PvP server at level 35, too low online even in peak hours. That's why I'm staying. Nah, you're all good, brother. Appreciate it though. Ah, you're all good, man. I didn't mean to say it to get sympathy or anything like that. I just meant that, like, doing that would give me a good chance to meet y'all over in the United States and Canada and all of that. Because I've got to go to Florida to scatter his ashes anyway. He didn't, like, request it in his will or anything, but it's, like, the last thing I can do for him, you know? But I'm really looking forward to it. Western people call it the Middle East, but that's racist to say. When I think of West Asia, I think of like Turkey and places like that. Did I read that last big quote from the guy? No, actually, I didn't, unfortunately. Ironically, the private server Ascension very recently released their Conquest of Azeroth, which holds 21 completely new classes, and to me, I really like the idea of these, because when I look at them, I get back that same feeling of wanting to pick a class from their identity and not just from their performance. Well, that's why I have a problem with min-maxing, because I'm not leveling a fucking priest to min-max, I'm leveling it because at the moment on a PvP server, I felt like I was helping out the Alliance more by being a healer. Free Palestine, brother. Did you read that? Yeah, I did. On the bright side, you can go to Disney World. I guess I could. Turkey, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, Armenia, and so on. I'm pretty sure the term Middle East was more of a political divide, so the United States could lump it into like a category. Unfortunately. Well, the United States, officially. $38 viewers, holy shit. Hello, 38 viewers. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them were reporting the stream because I'm playing a private server. A lot of them a lot of people that play WoW, like we were talking about this at the start of the stream about people hating World of Warcraft private servers because they're conditioned by Blizzard to hate them. They did the same with Africa. This isn't hardcore, this is just the PvP realm. In WoW era, you get your healers, your hunter, 30-ish warriors, and 2 tanks. WoW Classic is min-maxed to hell. Yeah, that's why I love Classic Plus, because it's like, there's so much more room to theory craft with everything.
Still recharging.
And that just suits my playstyle better, because I never followed the trends anyway. Like my current priest talents are dog shit. Maddie, have you played Disc Priest before, or at least seen one in action? I'm just wondering if it's actually good and fun to play or not. I don't think they're great for solo. Yeah, I'm doing Smite Priest. I don't think they're... Oh, sorry, I'm doing Discipline Smite Priest. But yeah, I don't think Discipline Priests are like great for solo. But I can fit in the DPS role or the healer role comfortably. Yeah, my tree... Hang on, let me just move my camera for a second. My talent tree at the moment is absolutely terrible, but again, I'm just doing this all on my own. I'm not reading any guides or anything, and I'm just sort of molding the class to play like how I want it to play, so to speak. I heard that priests have the worst damage in Classic. They're not great, but this is OctoWoW, so they've had the trees worked on. So there's a lot more damaging talents in this than in regular Classic WoW. Yeah, like Zebek is saying about balance. Yeah, Rep Paladins suck. Yeah, Rep Paladins are the worst class in fucking Classic WoW, but the best class in in Octo. And I always found it really funny too, because I love people trying to make Rep Paladin a thing. They're up there. They're up there. Hector, you are theory crafting and making your own. I say, yeah, I'm just trying to do this in a way that I'm finding it fun to play. Like, you can follow a guide perfectly, you can min-max your class perfectly, but if you're not having fun playing it, there's no point playing it. You know what I'm saying? In the official Classic Plus survey Discord, it's a warrior there. Like I'm paying attention more to chat than I am to like playing the character effectively. But I think that's part of it, you know? I am gonna get that chest. If it's the last bloody thing I do. And we're just sitting there like, wait, what was that? What can I say, man? I'm not perfect. I'm not a god at this game. I just have a love for it, that's all. I think you can love something and still not be the best at it, you know what I mean? I've never tried to be the best at it. I just have fun and enjoy talking to people. The client is probably the best option. Brew. Zebek, I play neutral man and call out the lies on both sides. Some COA kid trying to push people towards COA by posting online on Discord 80k screenshot saying it's game right now, and I showed the full screenshot on the launcher showing it's the Discord numbers. Yeah, best not to be disingenuous about these things. I'm pretty sure like the player count of COA is still impressive regardless of whether or not somebody's like lying about it, you know what I mean? Like, just be honest about these things, it's not difficult. It's like Conquest of Azeroth. It's the new game mode for Ascension, the private server Pala. So look, here's the thing. I do not like a lot of Blizzard's official, but what I do like is how polished the experience is. And I'm not saying it's perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a much more polished experience. I was like, I'll admit, COA is fucking gas, but no point in lying about it. Just show the Q screenshot on login, you fucking sped. Yeah, well, there's no point in lying about shit like that. It doesn't help your cause, it only hinders it. When you just lie about shit like that. I'm gonna get this bloody chest. It's the last thing I do. Zebek, then Blizz kids are the exact opposite and refuse to even look at the trailer to see what COA cooked. Well, I think just one look at all of the classes over on COA is enough to show the average player the potential that Classic has. Because it has huge potential. Hello, Kimmy. If you streamed today, I hope it went well. You know what really fucking chaps my hide, Zebek? It's when players have an opinion about something, but they have never even fucking played it. It's like all of those people that were critical of fucking WoW, but they had never played it before. I mean, like, bro, you don't get an opinion about something that you never fucking played. Even if you played it to like level 10 or something, I would give you a fucking the grace of having an opinion, because you can get to level 10 and then go, you know what, I don't love this experience. I don't love what they've done here, here, and here. But like simply not playing something and then opining about it is like, come on, man, have some self-respect. Display a fucking modicum of sense. You know, it'd be devastating if someone came in here and stole that chest right in front of me. And I've gone through all of the effort of clearing this fucking area. Savik, 10k viewer, average Twitch guy, Joker, same Soda Pop, and have all admitted to playing COA right now off stream and saying fuck COA is gas. At least they're honest about it. Holy shit. 5 superior healing potions and a black forge cow. Dude, that's sick. Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of this shit because I would hate to be that guy that doesn't clear the chest so it can respawn. No, I'm gonna keep that. And get rid of that. Nobody wants to be that guy. Holy shit though. What do we got here? Enchant shield, lesser protection. I want a shield enchant. That's sick. Savix and Soda are two of the 5 that were previously invited to Blizz HQ to test C+ under NDA. They're probably on thin ice right now by their reactions. Blizz is serving raw food. Huh. What did I say? I've been saying it from day one here. Like, Blizzard, what Blizzard are going to offer is going to be disappointing in comparison to what the private servers are offering. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just saying, given Blizzard's track record, it's going to be disappointing. Or I suppose if you have the expectation that it's going to be disappointing, then I suppose you have the appropriate expectation. Bro, can you get off me, please? I'm obviously gonna wait to see before I make my final judgment though. Like, I'll play it before I give a final assessment of it, but I can still give a pretty educated opinion on it. Oh my god, what are you guys doing? Where have you all come from? Yeah, well that's the classic, that's the life cycle of Blizzard. Okay, are we gonna be cooked here? I think I'm gonna have to have a potion. Okay, I'm gonna... Ooh. We've gotten down to the wire. No mana, no health. Fucking oath. We've done it. Nice, 20 of 20. Okay, let's end that right there. I've been hovering on login screen on Octo for the past 20 minutes talking about COA. I'm going to Witch Hunter, baby. No, you're all good, dude. Play whatever you're going to most enjoy. Octo's not going anywhere. I mean, are we ever going to get out of here? Also, what are you gonna eat? Oh, you're gonna be eating the Witch Hunter. Just eating pure spiritual energy right now. Oh, I was hoping that'd be fucking cloth. Well, your SOD streams have been doing good numbers though, bro. So I can understand why you've been playing it. But like I was saying before, play whatever you're gonna have the most fun with, man.
Still recharging.
Every TBC streamer is on suicide watch, up 40 hours at a time, drinking straight from the bottle, pushing TBC rank. I don't know, man. I think Burning Crusade was one of those things that you had to be there back in the day, you know? But I would like to see like a TBC Plus server. I think that would be fucking interesting. Or a Wrath Plus server. But I think it kind of defeats the purpose of the Plus. Because like it's already an expansion, you know what I mean? But I think like theoretically it could be quite interesting.
I need to get closer.
Okay, that album is over. I've got to go. ...2007 was the OG, 2021 was still mysterious, but this third go of TBC, everyone has the meta figured out and are all sweats in arena. Yeah. That's why min-maxes, bro. Like, I'm like fully on board with people doing what they can to get the most enjoyment out of the game. But I think min-maxing robs you of the joy of discovery, of like just doing things on your own. Like if you've got to follow a guide meticulously to get enjoyment out of your experience, I think really you're doing something wrong with the game. Holy shit. 13 Spirit. Brother. That is a no-brainer right there. Look at that. 13 Spirit. Like, I remember watching some guy's Instagram reel, and I don't, like, get a lot of, like, gaming Instagram reels. But this guy was saying that he started, like, he was playing Skyrim on repeat and just playing Stealth Archer every time. And he was playing Stealth Archer because he knew that was, like, the easiest way to play the game. And then he stopped doing it like that, and instead he changed his mindset of imagining if he was playing D&D, if he was playing Dungeons and Dragons, and like how he would approach his character in that. And he said when he started like pretending to be his character that he was playing, he enjoyed it so much more. He was like an orc warrior or something. And I'm like, that is just such a beautiful way of looking at the game. Like, you're gonna get so much more enjoyment out of playing a game if you're not approaching it from the perspective of, I have to do what is the best way of doing it. Like, it's a role-playing game. This is a fucking role-playing game. Like, we're meant to be playing the role. You know what I mean? We're not going to be playing the role of the best. That's why I like G-Bay. I like watching him discover all the quaints of Classic. I'm just worried for him when it comes to raiding. It's like, I've always said, like, raiding isn't like the way I go about these things. Okay, where's the album? Oh, there it is. Okay, we are going to... What's this? Could be good. Geordie's podcast. I don't know who Geordie is, unfortunately. Ooh, juicy. Geordie is the guy that built the Classic Pass survey website. Oh, okay. Is he part of Blizzard's team? Like, is he under Blizzard's employ or not? It's a top suggestion. They've got the chance to actually do something here. Just transpose it from fucking Total WoW, because they have the Total WoW files. Pala, if you're still in the chat, I've got a feeling you're gonna fucking love this band. That was overkill. Either they make gas or Microsoft will make major cuts next year and WoW gets the new world treatment, then the only way to play is actually private servers. Do you really think that they're going to like fully get rid of World of Warcraft? Like maybe the classic servers, but retail? I don't see them getting rid of retail. I could see them getting rid of classic servers because the juice isn't worth the squeeze for them. But the retail servers, I don't ever see them getting rid of like the actual lineage of retail. But like classic, getting rid of classic, I could totally see that. Yeah, that's what I mean though. Well, retail still has a lot of players, doesn't it? Yeah, that could work. I could foresee them doing that. How many of them are paying? How many of those 30 million players are bots in Classic though? Because I was in the YouTube comments on like over on my YouTube channel talking about how many bots there actually are in Classic, and I was like talking to this bloke and he just didn't believe me. He just didn't believe that there were that many bots. Like he said, there just was no bots in Classic. I'm like, bro, have you played Classic? Like seriously, have you fucking played Classic? Go into the who of Classic and you'll see bots. Like, it's just part of it. That's genuinely populated in comparison to, like, what I would expect. Is that retail or Classic? Or both? just saw this funny thing about, remember when alcoholics used to be actual alcoholics? Now I listen to these sober guys on podcasts. Man, crazy. I was drinking 4 beers a day at one point. Open that screenshot I sent on Discord. Yeah, on it. Jesus. Honestly, I'm surprised by how high up there Warlock is. Demonology is ahead of fucking Destruction. That's crazy. Get away from me there, please. Easily 30 mil on Titan Forged in China, and I only counted the specs with 1 million or better. So my biggest, well, it's not a fear necessarily, but my biggest fear for what Blizzard were going to do with Classic Plus, like official Classic Plus, was they were just going to do Titan Forged, and that was what it was going to be. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Look, I think it's easier to say that it's like 10 million plus, though. Surely 10 million plus. Will this give me 32? Yeah, buddy. 32. Yeah, and isn't official Classic Plus going to be 1.6? I believe it was 1.6. 1.16, sorry. If it isn't like... Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like... I don't think Titan Forge is going to be Classic Plus, but they could definitely take their cues from Titan Forge. Like, just having remix fucking dungeons and shit like that, I mean, like, it's... Whoops, that's not the Flight Master. Just not enough for me, honestly. I just don't think it's doing enough. At least for me, personally, as a player, it's not what I want. Scaled raids, non-linear progression, upgradable legendaries, tier set redesign, new currency system and PvP changes. Resilience was removed as a stat baseline, replaced by normalized adjustments. All raids from the first 3 expansions were scaled to level 80 for 25 player groups, keeping older content permanently relevant. Non-linear progression, raids unlocked in random, non-traditional sequences, allowing players to tackle content out of its original order. Iconic legendary weapons such as Thunder Fury and Shadowmourne could be upgraded to keep pace with new raid tiers. Players could mix and match different tier sets to benefit from multiple active bonuses simultaneously. The introduction of Crests of Order and Titan Shards earned through dungeons, high-level quests, and professions. We don't need more fucking currencies and borrowed power. That shit's dog shit. I just like the honor fucking system. Like, that's so good. Like, you don't need to fucking do it any other way. And then obviously the resilience changes. This was a leak, take with a grain of salt, but it opened like this. Built on the 1.60 branch, permanent and standalone, not seasonal, fresh characters only. Client number isn't an accident, it's done on purpose. 1 equals vanilla, 6 equals max max level forever. Similar marketing has been done on the Titan Reforged client. Wrath, 3 meaning Wrath, and then Wrath 80 max level. This will be a trend internally which will continue in the future for error servers. I mean, it makes sense. Just gave that guy 50% of his fucking total health. Now, I don't know if I'm actually going to sell any of this stuff. I might put that in my back. I'm going to auction this. 25, 40. Thick Murloc scale, 12 for that. What else do we have here? I don't think. Translated letter from the embalmer. I'm going to put that in the...
Welcome, adventurer. How are you?
Might sell that just to free up a bag space. I'm gonna put that in there as well. What else do we have? I think that's all for now. Oh, dude, I could have sold those. Look at these. Obviously, that's better.
Safe
Fuck.
travels.
Okay.
How may I assist
Snow Bunny. What a charming fucking name. Thank you. Okay, do I have any quests to hand in here? No. Oh, my spells. Completely, almost forgot. I wouldn't mind respecking either. So I'd go 5 in mental agility, 2, and then that's a 2-pointer. And then where would I put the 1 extra point? Unless I just skip that entirely? Nah. Surely I go 1 specialization. What's over here in Holy? Could respect the shadow. Oh, missing diplomat. Yeah, we'll take that.
Hands on.
Priestess. Let's see what we've got here. Divine Spirit. Fuck yes, I will take that. Searing Shot rank 2. Lightwell. Flash Heal, Renew. Pain Spike. Cause, but damage caused will begin healing itself after landing? What? What the hell is that? But the damage caused will begin healing itself after landing. So it's more of like an execute maybe? Renew. Flash heal.
Stay away.
Renew. Cure disease. Flash heal. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna end there. I'm gonna raid out to Sage, so please stick around. I'll probably give streaming a rest tomorrow. Who knows? But thank you for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. I appreciate everyone hanging out and chatting. Stick around for Sage's stream. She is the best. I'm gonna raid out to her. Take care, everyone. Peace.